Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Melik. I am a concert violinist and an educator. And it's been more than 10 years that I dedicate a part of my career and artistic endeavors to the music of the Caucasus and its research. Now, with more than 50 concerts given and probably a couple of dozen lectures in 4 different languages about this subject, I can honestly tell you that what started in 2009 as a remedy from homesickness became an incredibly fascinating journey. In 2009, I immigrated to Canada, and me being Armenian from Russia, born and raised in Russia, I really wanted to reconnect with my new surroundings and the colleagues. So this is how we started playing the music of Armenia, but then immediately it became a passion of mine. Transition to the Western world, I realized that Armenian music, Armenian classical music, is solemnly associated with the name of Aram Khachaturian. And at first, I was surprised as an interpreter and performer. And then, while finishing my doctorate degree at McGill University, I stumbled upon a pile of articles and books of Western scholars that were dedicated to art and life of Aram Khachaturian. And I found a lot of myths surrounding his persona and compositions, and this is exactly why I would like to make this video and talk about all the myths of Aram Khachaturian and what exactly was his music. So let's get to it. What I think is misconception about Khachaturian is that he is solemnly an Armenian composer, and I beg to differ. First of all, Aram Khachaturian was born and raised in Georgia. Georgia, at that point when he was living there, he was born in Tbilisi in 1903, was a capital, the cultural capital of the Caucasus, and there were a lot of merging cultures in the city. So he was exposed not only to Armenian culture, but also to Georgian and Iranian and Azerbaijan and so on. So it is very important to remember that yes, he was a bearer of Armenian name, but his music, if you really look and take a closer look to that, doesn't really bear any genuine Armenian tunes. And I think that's incredibly important. There is a scholar, his name is Stanley Krebs, who is criticizing or simply saying dissing the composer for that. And Aram Khachaturian himself was oftentimes criticized for imitating the Armenian tunes, but not really using them. So, Armenian composer or not, you decide. Even though he was surrounded by music in his house, he never thought of a career of a musician. Instead, he was studying to be a lawyer. And when he was 18 years old, he went to Moscow on a family trip and decided to enroll to the Gnesina Academy. In Moscow, during the enrollment exam, just so you have an idea of how illiterate he was in music genre, he pointed out on a cello and said, "I want to play on this big violin." He said it in Russian. He said, "Я хочу играть на этой большой скрипке." He had no idea how the cello was called and what it actually was. However, his talent was so immense, and he was also known as one of the most hardworking students, that very soon after the enrollment exam, he became one of the most brilliant students in the Gnesina Academy. And the little known fact is that Aram Khachaturian also concurrently was studying at the MGU, the Moscow State University, as a biologist. One of the myths that surrounds the name of Aram Khachaturian is that he is considered to be the father of Armenian symphony. This is due to the fact that his teacher was Nikolai Miskovsky, and Nikolai Miskovsky was one of the best symphony writers in the Soviet Union. And of course, as a teacher, he gave young Aram a set of skills and a huge knowledge in writing symphonies. And symphonies of Khachaturian are, of course, beautiful. They are very masterfully written. However, the father of Armenian tradition, Armenian symphony tradition, was the composer Romanas Melikian. But if we go a little bit further, we will learn that the first ever Armenian symphony that was written based on Armenian and Iranian tunes was written by composer Oganes Yegizarian. So, next time you want to say that Aram Khachaturian is the father of Armenian symphony, think twice. So, I hope you enjoyed this mini lecture. My name is Dr. Melik, and let me know what is your favorite composition, besides the saber dance of course, of Aram Khachaturian.